Welcome back to the episode 4 of our book review series. If you want to see any other episodes of our book review series, then click on the icon and check the playlist. In this episode, we will be talking about the greatest self-help book ever written, that is, Think and Grow Rich. This is written by Napoleon. In this book, he has shared his experience and knowledge about how to achieve success. In this book, he had mentioned 13 secrets, in other words, 13 keys to unlock success for each and individual in their perspective. Those 13 principles are burning desire, faith, auto-suggestion, specialized knowledge, imagination, organized planning, decision, persistence, power of the mastermind, the mastery of sex transmutation, the subconscious mind, the brain, the sixth sense. First one, the burning desire. Here, Hill gave a beautiful statement, that is, whatever human mind can conceive and believe, human mind can achieve. Here, there is no mentions of poverty or education. That is, if you are one of those who are not gifted with any of these, which other might have, there is also chances of you being equivalently successful as others. If you doubt this above statement, then I have an example for you. You might have heard the name Thomas Alva Edison. He is one of the best scientists this world could have ever get, and he has only 3 months of formal education. We all have desires. We desire to have a Rolls Royce. We desire to have a big bungalow. We desire for good health. We desire great success in our own field. We desire respect. We desire administration from our colleagues and surroundings. But the real question is if our desire is a burning desire or not. To clarify this, let's understand the difference between mere desire and burning desire. To explain this, I will use a simple quotation from the greatest scientist of India, known by the name of APJ Abdul Kalam. He said, "Dreams are not that you see while sleeping. Dreams is that which do not let you to sleep." This is the exact difference between mere desire and burning desire. The next question is, how to convert our desire into burning desire? If you want to make this happen, you have to follow all the steps that I am going to suggest you here, and I request you just follow it blindly. First, fix in your mind what do you want. In short, the exact thing you want in your life. There should be nothing other except than this, and it should be constant, not variable. Second thing, determine exactly what you are supposed to do in return of your exact thing that you want. That can be anything. For an example, I have decided to give people knowledge. My partner had decided to edit videos and sell books. That means we are supposed to achieve our desired items just by doing the things that we had told previously. Third, give yourself a deadline that I want to supposed to achieve this thing of my desire within this. I have written down that I want to purchase $1 million on or before 14th September 2027. Fourth, create a definite plan to carry out what you want to do forward. As I have started this YouTube channel and have never thought my plan is perfect or not, I just set out to work and go on work. Last but not the least, read first 2 sentences each and every day after waking up and before going to bed. Although this may seem ridiculous to you, please do it. The sole reason behind doing this is the fact if your mind cannot imagine itself in the position of that thing, then you could never achieve it. Now let's move on to the second principle, that is faith. Faith is a state of mind which may be induced or created by affirmation or repeated instruction to the subconscious mind through the principle of auto-suggestion. If you could not understand what I had just said, please listen it again. Then only watch forward. Now, if you would have listened it carefully, you might be asking, what is principle of autosuggestion? Please be seated. This is not the thing to worry about. That will be covered in further chapters, that is, in the next chapter. There may be another question about subconscious mind, then it will be also covered in further chapters. The method by which one develops faith is extremely difficult to explain. What I could say there, it is a state of mind and could be developed by our own will. Let me give you an example. Today, my girlfriend asked me, when you started loving me? I answered her saying the particular day I had proposed her. But she asked me if before that day there was nothing between us. I was sitting back. There was some chemistry going on between us, but when did it really started, no one knows. It just happened slowly. It is like evolution. Slowly you started getting into contact with her. Slowly you start gaining faith. Then the faith transforms itself into love. Through this example, you can understand that if you want to have faith in everything, you must have to come into contact with it every day. Now, you want to have X amount of money before Y date, then you should have faith in yourself that you are supposed to have that money in or before the deadline. To bring this faith, you must be suggesting yourself to remain in contact of that desire every day. And doing this will help you to build faith. If you want to prove how suggesting yourself builds faith, then this story is for you. Joseph Grant, a bank official, borrowed a large sum of money without director's consent. He lost all the money in gambling. One afternoon, bank official checked the account and found Joseph dead. At that moment, Joseph left the bank, booked a local hotel room, and while laying on the bed, he uttered a sentence repeatedly. My God, please kill me. My God, please kill me. In short time, he was dead. Doctors called it mental suicide. This is how repeated action helps you to achieve things. If you are unable to perform things repeated, then I would suggest you to check my video on atomic habits, which you could find really helpful, and it will teach you how to stick to doing things repeatedly over a long period of time. You can find that video clicking on the I button. Next, move on to auto-suggestion. The only medium of influencing the subconscious mind. Auto-suggestion is the only medium to influence the subconscious mind. Subconscious mind is a fertile garden, and auto-suggestion is the agency by which an individual could plant anything of his own choice. If you may have remembered in the section of burning desire, I have told you to repeat the first and second statements every day. If you would have wondered why I have told you to do this, this is solely because of the principle of auto-suggestion, which states that if you could do a particular thing every day, then your brain transfers it to the subconscious mind to relax itself. Let's understand this with an example. Just imagine you have the habit of brushing your teeth exactly after waking up, and today you notice that you could not recall when you have brushed, but you have brushed. This is because now the habit of brushing is being managed by your subconscious mind. Similarly, by repeating the same statement every day, I am trying to mark an impression on your subconscious mind. But the cherry on the cake is that not just mere reading is going to help you. Your reading should be blended with faith. In other words, while just reading those two statements or while reciting, you should be able to see yourself in the possession of those things which you had written. Have you ever imagined why most of people get failure? because they are always surrounded by fear, poverty, and so on and so forth. As you always think about poverty, then your subconscious mind will receive poverty and it will drag you towards it. In other words, subconscious mind knows nothing. What it knows is to drag you towards those things which you are always thinking about. Instead of poverty, if you could feed your subconscious mind with the riches, the money you want, the material you want, then it would work to drag you towards your desired item by giving you proper and perfect plans. But be cautious. While feeding your subconscious mind, the thing which you are feeding must be blended with faith. Then let's move on to specialized knowledge. First, what is knowledge? Some says knowledge is the power, but this is half the statement. The fuller and the better one is knowledge is power only when it is put into definite actions towards achievement of definite purpose. Knowledge is broadly divided into two parts: specialized knowledge and general knowledge. General knowledge is the knowledge of knowing everything overally, but knowing nothing in details, whereas specialized knowledge is knowing nothing but a particular thing up to grassroots level. Now, if you are wondering which one is better, let me explain you with an example. When I was a kid, a teacher was used to come to my house and teach me, and he is supposed to teach me everything. It includes math, science, English, and so on and so forth. But as soon as I entered college, I found that here every teacher is supposed to teach their specialized subject, and it may be specialized chapters. That is, a faculty will come to college just to teach you a single chapter from your whole physics book. And now imagine who is getting a bigger paycheck for each class, and you have the answer. This is also true that there could be no one who could gather all the informations and details, and it is not good to gather general knowledge. Here comes the roles of mastermind group, which will be explained in future chapters. A man is said to be educated if he or she knows where to get knowledge and how to implement that knowledge in the form of definite plans. The previously said statement is the exact definition for an educated man. Next come to the chapter Imagination. Imagination is the workshop of mind wherein we fashion the purpose of brain and the ideas of our soul. It has been said that man creates anything which he can imagine. And there are two types of imagination: synthetic and creative. Synthetic imagination includes organizing and arranging old and existing ideas in such a form which comes out to be new things. Some of its examples are electric lamps, automobiles. Whereas creative imagination is said to be the best form of imagination, as it uses the subconscious mind to extract ideas from the infinite intelligence. What is infinite intelligence? It is up to you. You can say it anything, anybody who you think has every knowledge, and use that knowledge to create something new, an entirely new thing, new to the whole mankind. Example, phonograph and radio. I personally think the second one is better, and the best part of it that it functions automatically. But it functions only when the conscious mind is vibrating at an exceedingly rapid rate. Then, how to make it vibrate at that rate? The only way to do so is strong desire. To explain this, I am giving you my own story. On a particular day, I felt that money is important. Then, I desired to earn money. At that time, I was in school. I do not know what to do. How can I earn money? All of a sudden, when I was taking a shower, a thought came to me, that is, selling old books. I just thought nothing and implemented it. Then on another day, when I was in same bathroom, I got an idea of creating a YouTube channel. And there are some more and more also. The main point was all of these only came to me because I was that desperate. The last statement I will give you that whatever a thought or idea came to you, is you that infinite intelligence had chosen you. That is why your mind become eligible to receive that idea. Otherwise, it couldn't. Believe in infinite intelligence and just implement it. You may fail, but you should never quit. Then, next comes organized planning. Here, you will be taught how to build plans to carry forward your ideas. Just keep this fact in mind and remember when your plan fails. These are temporary defeats, not permanent failure. It may only mean your plans are not good enough. Build another plan. Just go on building one after another till you succeed. In other words, the only thing is to just continue doing it till you achieve success. The biggest opportunity always comes to you in the form of crisis. But if you could take it positively and use it to create some good, then you could be successful. Here I am going to tell you a story of a man who worked as an employee in Edison's lab, who had in his mind to become a business associate of the great Edison. While working there, months passed, years passed, but nothing happened. He could never be able to see Edison, but he was strong enough to wait till he gets the right opportunity and wished to be prepared for that opportunity. That time, Edison perfected a machine called Edipo. His salesmen were not enthusiastic about the machine. Here, bands appeared and offered Edison and convinced him that he could sell Edipo. He did it so beautifully that Edison gave him the contract to sell it all over the nation. Hence, opportunity will never come to you and say, "Hey, see, I have opportunity, come and grab me." You could only see it if you would be prepared for it. There are some major causes of failure. Those are hereditary background, lack of purpose, lack of education, lack of self-discipline, ill health, bad environmental influences, procrastination, lack of persistence, negative personality, lack of concentration, and lack of enthusiasm. I assure you, most of all the above causes are created by you own. In simple words, the motto of this chapter is to make you understand the importance of planning and remaining prepared for the opportunity. Next chapter is decision. Decision is the opposite of procrastination. The procrastination is the most common reason behind the failure and the most dangerous one also. Here is a story of Henry Ford. From this story, you could find the right way of taking decision. It was the time of launch of Model T from Ford, which was told to be the world's most ugliest car. All of his advisors and many of the early purchasers of the car recommended him to change it, but he didn't do it. And slowly that ugly vehicle brought him the greatest fortune one could ever got. Hence, the most important thing in life is to take decision early and making a lot of delay in changing it. You should have your own decision. You should not follow others' decision in your life, but you can take suggestion from them about your decision. But the decision should be yours. I am giving one story from my recent days of life. As I have to do lots of things on internet, so I made my mind to get a broadband and seek my girlfriend's suggestion. She told me that I required very less data and Most of my work is being done with my daily mobile data. What I should do is to get an data add-on, and it could give me the same thing at a way cheaper prices. And I kept a suggestion. Here another thing comes out of suggestion. One must have a decision. Without decision, you cannot get suggestions, or you cannot also differentiate between good and bad suggestions. The next chapter is persistence. If you had ever heard decision section carefully, there is a statement saying take decisions early and making a lots of delay in changing the decision. And doing this requires of lots of persistence. But somehow persistence is related to desire. Just imagine you as a kid standing near an ice cream shop, desperately crying and requesting your mother to give you one. As a kid, you could do this for the whole day just for a piece of ice cream. If you could do this now for the thing you want, have you ever wondered what happens when you wake up? First, when you are asleep, most of your muscles are resting. When you wake up, you just start by waking up a single muscle, then another, then another, then another. There are lots of muscles in our body. We could not go on waking up one by one by one. But what really happens is that we just do it till we cross the threshold mark. As soon as we cross it, all the body get awakened in just a snap. And it also happens with persistence. You have to face troubles, difficulties, and have to persist till you reach that threshold. And then all of a sudden you receive overnight success. Whenever you want anything from life, it will show you a way. What this road wants is called persistence. If you pass the threshold, then it would ask you your price. And there you can demand anything. You can demand really anything. The next chapter is the power of mastermind. What is mastermind? It is a mind that has every sort of knowledge in every sort of directions that anyone wants for success. But a single mind is incapable of storing that much of information. So, mastermind is said to be a group of people combined together in such a symbiosis that all of them are able to use all others' brain. To understand its benefits, let's see an example. In my mastermind group, there are 4 people, including me. First, who is a master video editor. Second, who is a good video editor but has a beautiful design and creative thinking. Third, who is a millionaire and who has the lots of experience and acts as my mentor. In between all of them, I am able to use all of their brains, which makes my brain very powerful. The most important benefits of mastermind is such a thing which already has been explained in the book review of Atomic Habits. If you have not watched that video, I would suggest you to go and watch it. The thing is, we acquire the nature and the habit and the thought of the people with whom we associate. In simple words, if your roommate has the habit of reading a book, very slowly by the course of time you are supposed to get that habit. In my school, there are 2 types of boys. First, those who are frank, cool and handsome. Whenever they saw a girl, they would jump into and start conversation with them. The second type, where I fall in, pale, thin and shy. They will not speak you a single word unless you speak to them from your side. Same is in the case of poverty and riches. Riches are shy. They would not come to you unless you approach them, whereas poverty are frank. They would just approach near you unless you throw them out. The next chapter is the subconscious mind. Earlier, I have given you an example of brushing teeth. Now I am repeating this. I have a habit of brushing my teeth as soon as I wake up from the bed. One day I realized that whenever I got up my bed, I didn't even think of brushing, but my body just follows those steps and I ended up brushing my teeth. This is so because this habit is being controlled by my subconscious mind. Whenever anything is being controlled by subconscious mind, then subconscious mind by itself found the simplest possible way to do it. There is another special thing about the subconscious mind is that it can be used as the connecting link between your mind and the infinite intelligence. The cherry on the cake is that the subconscious mind acts only on those things which are fed to it either by high vibration of human mind or repeated acts. Your vibration of brain is supposed to increase if you have a burning desire, which should be backed by faith. And if you do something every day, then also your subconscious mind automatically receives it. Your subconscious mind can be regarded as the garden. If you would not plant any flowers in your garden, then weed will grow on it. Similarly, if you would not feed your subconscious mind with good thoughts, then automatically bad ones will take its place. Hence, always try to feed your subconscious mind with positive emotion and thought. Till now, I had left the chapter called the Mastery of Sex Transmutation. I will not be explaining the further two chapters also, as I have not understood the mastery of sex transmutation properly myself, and I am really sorry for it. And there is nothing much in the last two chapters. At last, I will tell you the same thing as I had been telling about all self-help books. I had not given the 1% of the whole book. If you liked what I had said, you must go and get that book and read it. As there are lots more of information which I had not given in this video and also I could not give. If you had a book in your mind and are confused whether to buy it or not, then you could comment it below. We would bring a review of that book, and after watching that video, you could make the final decision whether to get that book or not. At last, I will always recommend, if you like what we say in our videos, then you should go and get that book and give a thumbs up to us. Thank you for watching.